Good morning. Welcome to a special edition of Chillie Chats. Yesterday, I had the chance to interview Pete Hall of Cruisin' Pete on board the Anthem of the Sea. Hey, my guest on Chillie Chats today is my old friend, Pete Hall. He's on the Anthem of the Seas. Pete, how's it going?
I'm a bit like that. I've been running around like a headless chicken. I need a holiday, Chillie, to be honest with you, because it's the UK Staycation. It's a 5-day cruise, and we're stopping off at Liverpool and also Belfast, yeah? And but we came into Liverpool late, so everyone got off late, so it's kind of changed everything around. And so I've met some wonderful people on the ship, part of the solar community, and we've just been down the famous Cavern Club. I've just had a half a Guinness at the famous Cavern Club, listening to music, listening to a fantastic musician playing the Beatles music. The Cavern Club, the home of the Beatles, where it all began. And and before that, we did a Beatles bus tour all around Liverpool. We weren't sure what we were going to do. And it's like, do you know cruising? Every so often in your cruising life, you do something that you remember forever. Yeah. And that's why we love to cruise. I might live in the UK, I might live in England, but I've never been to the Cavern Club. Wow. I mean, I'm just sat there, Chillie. I've been in the Cavern Club on the Epic. It's not the same. And I just sat there thinking, this is something I am never going to forget for the rest of my life, ever. A magic moment. Yeah.
I watched your video on the I guess it was your first night in the main dining room with that lovely New York strip steak. That steak, I was drooling. That looked so good.
It was tremendous. It's quite funny actually, because I ordered a shrimp cocktail to start with, and the shrimp cocktail came, and they're really attentive. They really want to make sure you're really happy, yeah. And it was quite small. It was more of a taster rather than a starter, if you ask me. And one of the management came over and said about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's really nice. And he goes, I'll get you another one. I'm like, get me another one. I have another one. But this one, the first one came with like this chili sauce, which is a little bit unusual for that. And the second one, it had this 2 sauces. And I thought, how comes the same things come with 2 different sauces? And the second sauce was a classic prawn cocktail. And it turned out the manager was so confused, he didn't know what to put with it. So he put 2 by mistake. But then I had the wonderful, New York steak. The food was great. I have to say that. I did a blog about it. I wanted to be honest about it. If it wasn't right, I would have said it, like I did with Princess. Yeah. And because the buffet's incredible. So yeah, wow. And I couldn't move afterwards. I've been running it off though in Liverpool.
I also watched your video on going up on the sky thing. That alarm?
Oh, the North Star.
North Star.
Do you know something? On these Royal Caribbean ships, when you're in port, the North Star is free because it just goes up. And when you're not in port, it then goes up and over the sides, literally. But it's like $29 to do that. But you have to book it immediately. And I managed to get on the ship a bit earlier than I should have, which is great. But I was confused. I was like, what do I do? I got the app. How do I get to the Wi-Fi? These 2 guys helped me out. Always ask someone if you're confused. Ask someone, got my Wi-Fi going, went onto the North Star, wasn't working. And suddenly it went book. I go like, book. I got on it immediately. And so, wow, I had that wonderful view, panoramic view of Southampton. And I've made a video about what to do in Southampton, which is something I'm hoping you might be able to use at some point, because people don't realise how close the port is to the main parts in Southampton. Yeah. So I've got a great panoramic view of it. But the North Star, honestly, great. Loved it.
Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, Pete, that I'm coming to Southampton in April for the
Chillie
inaugural voyage of the Celebrity Beyond.
We're going to keep everything crossed. That will be another magic moment for everybody, Chillie, if you're there. Because you and me should have been cruising together, shouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should have been about now heading for home, come to think about it.
But we had those wonderful 2 cruises organised from Rome, going around the Mediterranean and the Greek islands. I mean, it was something that we were so excited to do, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then, of course, everything hit, and it's a shame, but it wasn't meant. But hopefully, Southampton next year.
Yep.
Wow! If I could find a way of getting on that ship, I will do as well. If I'm not working, if I can find a great solo deal. So,
all right. Overall, how do you like Anthem of the Seas?
yeah, I was really excited to board Anthem because I've never cruised with Royal Caribbean before. Yeah. I've never cruised with them before, so I didn't know what. I was thinking this is going to be a lot of step up to a certain extent, and and I'm just excited. So yeah, the ship is beautiful. It's wonderful. A video I'm going to post at some point. They have an indoor solarium, yeah, and they've got an indoor pool next to the main one, and the indoor pool's got a retractable roof. Now that and the solarium is adult only, and you can just chill, and sun comes through, the glass, and you can just chill in a jacuzzi. It's magic. And doing a UK staycation, we really need it because unfortunately the weather's got against us. We hit a bad weather last night. That's why we're late to Liverpool. And that is just wonderful. It really is. So I'm loving that part of it. We just chill. Not that I've done much of that yet. I've been running around like an idiot, as we do, filming this, filming that, posting this, posting that. I met a wonderful group of people. The negative thing about going to a solo meeting is that you might end up meeting some great people and you end up needing the holiday afterwards.
Well, that's what we do, though.
Tomorrow, Chillie, we're in Belfast, and I'm booked to go to the Titanic Museum.
Nice.
I'm hoping we don't have the same result on this
Well,
ship.
yeah, I hope you don't run into an iceberg anywhere.
And anyone in the UK, by the way, is watching this, yeah? The National Lottery does a system where if you play a lottery ticket, you can use that number, the code number, and you can actually get certain trips in the UK for free. So I'm actually not even paying, which is even better. So I'm looking forward to going around the Titanic Museum in Belfast, where the Titanic was built, and learning all about her.
All right. I saw also, last week, maybe it was a week before, you actually had a wedding to do, finally?
Yeah, yeah. I've finally started doing some work, which is what I need to do. To go on a cruise, I need to work. I really do, And so, yeah, I video weddings, if you wonder what we're talking about. And so, yeah, I got to the video a wedding, and I did a wedding show also. That might be what you're talking about, where we tried to show what we do. And they had a show on there, and they had about 6 or 7 ladies dressed up in brides' outfits. I had to get a photograph. There's me and about 6 brides.
Yeah. And you've also been acting a little bit too.
Yeah, I have. I've been doing my Holby City, the show that I've been in. The sad thing about Holby City, I've been in it since 23 years, episode 1, with BBC. It's a medical drama, one of the top BBC shows, and it comes off, unfortunately. We finish December the 17th is the last ever filming day. And I've just done a TV show recently. It's a big court case, and we're not allowed to talk about it, but it's going to be on television, ITV, and we signed forms, non-disclosure, even explaining about what it is. So I can't talk about that, unfortunately, until it comes on. And I keep popping up on here, popping up in there. Yeah. So I'm finally getting a little bit of normality, Chillie.
That's wonderful.
After all this time.
I actually have a cruise booked. I've got my scooter booked. I've got my oxygenator rented.
Cruise booked. Where you going?
I'm going in August. I'm going to remember Hot Air Tom. We call him Hot Air Tom. Yeah. He and his wife are doing the Norwegian Sky out of Miami, a 7-nighter.
Wow.
And it's sails on August 21st. So I've got the first one booked.
Do you know what, Chillie?
I'm trying to put 3 or 4 back together late January, early February, or into March. But getting the schedules with the ones that'll take oxygen is tough because Carnival and all of its people won't take oxygen until at least March 22nd.
Do you know
So-
what? Everyone that knows you is going to be so happy for you.
Yeah.
We really are, and I'm definitely going to want to interview you when you're on board a ship, Chillie.
Ah,
Do you know
that'd be
what's
awesome.
lovely also? I've been really lucky because the cruise line steamed towards the UK when it all broke out, not knowing what's going to be available. I've been on 5 different staycations this summer, and it's been affordable on ships that you would not normally go on. And it's also interesting because you can compare how these ships are.
Yeah.
And the one thing I would say before I talk about that is, obviously we've cruised Norwegian Cruise Line lots of times. And the more I cruise and the more different ships I go on, the more I realise just how wonderful Norwegian Cruise Line is.
Yeah.
But I've been on, my first one was obviously the Virtuosa, the inaugural cruise, MSC. Then I jumped on the Morella Explorer, then the Britannia, P&O Britannia, then the Sky Princess, and now I've jumped on obviously the Anthem of the Seas, Royal Caribbean, ships that I'll probably never get a chance to go on. And out of those, food-wise, I can't really compare Royal Caribbean yet, Chillie. It's too quick. But out of the first 4, which one do you think has probably overall the best food? Choice: MSC, P&O, Morella, Princess.
I would guess Princess.
Right. Okay. Last is Princess.
Wow.
Equal, and first by quite a little way, which shocked me, P&O.
Oh, interesting.
I was really, really surprised at just how good the food was on P&O. Don't get me wrong, the Crown Grill on Princess is sensational.
Yeah.
Sensational food. But the rest of it, they were. It's all good. I'm not getting greedy, but it was not quite the standard you expect. Morella and MSC were very similar standards, very good. And now, obviously, I'm experiencing, as you saw yesterday, I'm experiencing Royal Caribbean food. So,
that's terrific. And I'm so glad you've been able to take advantage of the best of a really bad situation over there, Pete. That's fabulous that you've been able to do this. And many of us are being able to live through our cruising loves through your eyes, which has been just terrific for all of us.
Yesterday, I got another one. That's not. I wish I videoed me. They got bumper cars. So I got to go on the bumper cars, and as I ran on, I said to the lady, I went, "Which is the fastest?" She goes, "The yellow one." So I jumped on the yellow one, and oh man, I changed to the Incredible Hulk, Chillie. I was going around bumping all these kids, knocking them out. It was great. I loved it. I just reliving my childhood. And again, you have to book that really quickly, but it's free to do. So I've got another video just to post of people driving the bumper cars. But yeah, to drive a bumper car on a ship is great. I've driven a go-kart under the famous Bridge of New York on the Norwegian Encore. As we came into New York on the inaugural cruise on the Encore, I was on a go-kart under the famous bridge, and I'm driving it, and I'm like going, whoa, wow. As I went under the bridge, I wasn't allowed to put my GoPro on, unfortunately. I had a video of that, which has been amazing.
Yeah.
That's my great memory in New York. So yeah, to do things like that is just great. It really is.
All right, Pete. Thank you so much for doing this. As always, it's terrific to catch up with you. And we'll talk again real soon.
And honestly, Chillie, everyone is just so happy to see you where you are. We're so happy that you've got your cruises booked. And I cannot wait to see you in the UK next year. That would just be a moment of magic for everybody.
I hope.
So you take it easy, yeah?
All right. Thanks, Pete. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers. There's my room. I've got a balcony. Yay!
And that was my buddy Pete Hall on the Anthem of the Seas. A little shameless self-promotion, folks. Join me every day at 11 o'clock Eastern time here in the States for travel and cruise industry news. Keep up with the latest and happenings literally around the world. We talk about stuff all over the world. Also, if you're new to this channel, appreciate thumbs up. That helps the channel out a lot. And if you're not subscribed, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, and it'll let you know when I go live or when a new video is posted. And you'll keep up with all that's going on. So I do appreciate it. Again, my thanks to Pete Hall of Cruising Pete. I'll have the links to his videos he's done on Anthem of the Seas down in the description of this video. That's it for now. We'll see you next time. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.